Welcome everybody, it's time to deliver to you a theory about the skeleton clique logo slash symbol that I guarantee you have never ever heard before, and that is, I'm pretty sure, completely reliable. You remember these logos right here? Well, there's more to them than meets the eye, and the reason that I know this is all thanks to one of you who emailed me. Abigail sent me a very detailed theory, we took a look at it, and now is time to explain. Hey everybody, I'm Clifford Stummy, the pop song professor, and welcome to my channel where we make English class awesome by explaining and sometimes roasting song lyrics on school days. And today, we are theorizing about the Clique logo. I'm gonna explain it to you, but first, I have to say that the only reason I know anything about this is because Abigail emailed me after doing a ton of research. Almost everything that I'm gonna tell you is information that she's given me. But what this essentially comes down to is that the skeleton clique logo seems to have been inspired by Norse mythology. And I don't wanna spoil too much, so let me go ahead and let Abigail tell the story of how she figured this out.
So, I was in South America with my family and we were waiting in line for something. And as we waited in the line, I noticed the guy in front of us, he had a very interesting tattoo on the back of his leg. It was something that resembled a lot of symbols from 21 Pilots. I figured he didn't speak English, so I took a picture of it for the purpose of researching it later and seeing if I could find anything. Fast forward a few weeks and I was on the phone with my friend. We were talking about 21 Pilots and I showed her the picture and she's like, wow, that looks a lot like something Tyler would create. So we did hours of research and what we found was extremely fascinating, and just the way it all tied into everything, including Trench and just 21 Pilots in general. After creating a theory, we figured that, wow, this could actually be something that is a firm theory. And so I messaged Cliff, and after a few emails sent back and forth, here we are.
Thank you again, Abigail, for letting me know about this theory. Guys, here's how this basically works. You've seen the Clique logos, right? Right here, boom. They've got those like 3 lines across, they've got the little symbols at the top, and it's supposed to be like a human skull and an alien skull. It represents the Clique, and I think it speaks pretty well to the fact that there's a lot of uniqueness and oddity in this fan base. Well, that type of design can be very clearly seen in a Norse design. Go ahead and look at this. See, there's a lot of similarities in design. There's the 3 little lines across. They're all like sticks with like an obvious like intentional symbol at the top. And in the case of the Norse compass, these refer to different realms. There's like 9 worlds in Norse mythology. The middle one, Midgard, and you're probably gonna recognize a lot of these words from the Marvels new movies and Thor movies and stuff. You got Midgard, which is Earth. You've got Jotunheim, which is where the frost giants are in Marvel. You've got Asgard, where the Asgardians live, and there's all sorts of stuff. Helheim is hell. Svartalheim is where the dwarves live. Alfheim is where the elves live. Well, according to mythologian.net, that symbol is called a Vestvijr, and I may be completely mispronouncing that. But the word essentially means wayfinder or signpost. And ancient manuscripts tell us the wearer of the symbol will not lose his way during storms and bad weather, even if he does not know his destination. So there's something magical and mysterious about these shapes. Apparently, ideally, the symbol should be drawn in blood on your forehead, but I don't see a lot of people doing that nowadays. So essentially you have this symbol that's all about finding your way, knowing where to go, knowing what decision to make as you're trying to get to the place that you belong, which fits in really well with 21 Pilots lore because the very name of it, as Abigail pointed out in her email to me, 21 Pilots is inspired by a play that Tyler named the band because he wanted to remember to always do the right thing, even when it's difficult. So perhaps by letting the Vestvijr influence the design of the Clique symbols, he's saying that he either wants to do right by his fans or he wants his fan base to be a place that helps people to live better lives and to get where they're going. If the Clique symbols were points on a compass pointing to another world, what place would that be? That's almost the question that he begs us to ask here. Now, the other thing that Abigail pointed out, if you look at the jumpsuit medallion, you'll see that it's a circle, it's kind of like a compass, and then the thing that's pointing up is basically an E, and if you look at the east point of the Vestvijr, it's Svartalheim, so it looks kind of similar. They both have like trident deals going on. I don't know if there's something conclusive coming out of this, unless he's trying to tell us that dwarves are up, but but I'll leave that to the rest of you theorists. I think the main takeaway here is that Tyler Joseph was influenced by this idea of a compass that was supposed to help you get to the place that you're supposed to be, to make the right decisions, even if you don't necessarily know where you're going. Which seems to be very much a theme with Trench, where he's experimented with this idea of a world without God. And so he feels like maybe at this moment, he doesn't know exactly where he's going, or at least in the context of the album, he didn't know exactly where he's going. But the Ves Vidra is this idea that we will still get there. And that's the theory of the Skeleton Clique logo symbol thing. Thanks so much, Abigail, for helping me out. I really appreciate the help so much, guys. Let's get a F in the chat for Abigail, or, you know, however kids show respect to each other these days. And I'll talk to you guys next time. Don't forget to watch these videos, and see you later.